discoveries that prove we know nothing about Earth. Now the quote of the day is, it's fire as hell that feminism exists, but it's only good if we benefit from it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, feminism is absolutely bullshit if it affects us against us. But if it's for our benefit, not just mine but yours as well, even if it basically fucks up everybody else, and which is okay because a lot of people don't fucking matter. And honestly, there are those that are good enough, and there are those that matter, but they don't matter as much as us. And then there's us, where we come first. The issue with feminism is that it's not rigged in our excuse me. It's not rigged in our favor. It's not rigged in our benefit. It's not biased for us. Everything that's wrong with the world is great, but it's only a problem when it affects us. Yes. Now to the video.
Right into it. Number 10. The 2-billion-year-old nuclear reactor. In 1972, miners in Gabon, Africa found something impossible: used uranium. The ore they dug up was already depleted, as if it had been through a reactor. Scientists investigated and found the truth. Nature had built its own nuclear reactor 2 billion years ago. Before complex life even existed, the Earth created a self-sustaining fission reaction.
I'm not surprised, because when it comes to Africa, there's so much shit under the ground though, you know what I'm saying, that haven't even been discovered, even with all the gold and the diamonds that's been extracted out of that bitch. There's so much more shit. But I say that basically, when it comes to Europe and all the motherfuckers that basically built the world or built their shit with our shit, us black people should basically take that shit for our own. That land, everything, just take it as our own, because it's ours. And then take theirs as well for taking our shit. Black supremacy all the fuck away.
Ran it for millennia and then shut it down. No engineers, no control rods, no guys in hazmat suits, just rocks doing nuclear physics on their own. The uranium deposits were naturally rich enough to start a chain reaction. Groundwater acted as a moderator, slowing neutrons to sustain the fission. When it got too hot, the water boiled away, slowing the reaction. As it cooled, water returned, and the cycle restarted. It was self-regulating. The Earth invented a safety mechanism before humans existed to need one. It ran for roughly 150,000 years, then went silent as the uranium was spent, sitting undisturbed for 2 billion years. The most incredible part? The nuclear waste barely moved. It remained contained in the surrounding rock. For decades, we've debated how to safely store our waste. Nature provided an answer. Bury it deep in the right geology, and it can stay put for billions of years. Number 9. The Mponeng gold.
I would say that, yeah, if this thing's not black, then it's a phony, it's fake, it's a hoax.
Gold mine devil worm. In 2008, scientists explored.
I low-key like the name already, but then again, at the same time, I don't know what it does. I don't know what it's about. But I can imagine what to use that shit for.
South Africa's Mponeng gold mine, the deepest on Earth at 2.2 miles down. At that depth, the rock is 100.
Like I said, Africa's got many discoveries.
140 degrees Fahrenheit. The pressure is immense, and there's almost no oxygen. It's one of the most hostile environments on the planet, and that's where they found a living, thriving worm. Officially, Halocephalobus mephisto. It's better known as the devil worm. This worm wasn't just surviving, it was part of a unique ecosystem. It eats bacteria that live on chemical compounds produced by radiation from the surrounding rocks. Not sunlight, not plants. Radiation. The food chain is fueled by radioactive rocks. It's like finding a restaurant inside a nuclear reactor with good reviews. The water it lives in has been isolated for up to 12,000 years. This worm has been living in total darkness and extreme heat, eating radiation-fueled bacteria for longer than most of human civilization.
Now my thing is that, like, basically, what the fuck does that look like now? Like, right now, I don't know about you, but me personally, I do have the ability to go ahead and be friends with shapeshifters, ghosts, ghouls, demons, angels, hybrids, mythological creatures, all of that.
Discovery shattered our understanding of where complex life can exist. Before this, multicellular animals were thought to need hospitable conditions. The devil worm proved that wrong. This raises the possibility that if life can thrive here, it might thrive in similar extreme environments on other planets. This tiny worm from a gold mine could be a key to finding alien life. Number 8. The shadow that wasn't a shadow. Miners are tough, but across different mines and countries, many have reported the same unsettling sight, a patch of darkness that moves on its own. Not a person, not a...
We know. We fucking know. There's shadows that move on their own. I'm not surprised by this. I can even be friends with shadows too. Bring them in.
An animal, just a dark shape, drifting through the lamplight. A normal shadow is cast by an object blocking light. This was different. The darkness wasn't cast by anything. It was a free-floating shape, sometimes moving against the light source, like a hole cut in reality. Descriptions vary from person-sized to cloud-like, but all agree. It moved with purpose, as if it knew where it was going. Scientists have a theory, a thermal shadow. Deep mines have pockets of air at vastly different temperatures. Where these pockets meet, the boundary can bend and absorb light, appearing as a dark, moving shape. You're not seeing...
Bruh, there's fourth dimensions, there's fifth dimensions, there's realms, there's dimensions, like, bruh. This earth is not all there is, the fuck?
A shadow of an object, but the edge of a heat wave. The way air currents move underground can make this shadow seem like it's moving intentionally. The miners weren't crazy. They saw something real that the human brain, wired for the surface, couldn't categorize. Up here, darkness stays put. Miles underground, the rules are different, and sometimes
Hold on.
the darkness has somewhere to be. Number 7. The tunnel of absolute silence. In some mines, there are tunnels where sound simply vanishes. Not just quiet, gone. You could drop a metal wrench on a rock floor and hear nothing. You could scream until your throat bleeds and hear nothing.
That sounds like my kind of place, though. That sounds like my kind of place.
Sound orients us. Without it, the brain panics. Deprived of audio input, it starts creating its own. Phantom voices, footsteps, whispers. Miners have reported all of these. The cause is geology. Certain rock formations, like thick salt or dense granite, absorb sound waves instead of reflecting them. The walls just swallow the sound. It's like screaming into a mountain-sized mattress. NASA's anechoic chambers use this principle to train astronauts. The record for staying in one...
This looks like an FL Studio booth, recording booth.
One is 45 minutes before people beg to...
No, but I'm not gonna front. This reminds me of like the inside of the Whispering Death, though. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the teeth and the razor teeth. That's just basically rotation. Though I like this.
Get out. Miners have to work in these natural silent tunnels for hours. The psychological toll is severe, leading to disorientation and even mental breakdowns. Number 6. The prehistoric structure in the coal. In 1885, an Austrian miner broke open a chunk of 300-million-year-old coal. What fell out was the equivalent of finding a smartphone in a dinosaur fossil. It was a small metallic cube, not a rock or fossil. It had perfectly straight edges and a deep, deliberate groove carved around its middle. The cube was a steel-like iron-nickel alloy. Since the coal was ancient, whatever made this object existed before dinosaurs. Before anything on Earth had hands to craft it. Scientists named it the Wolf's Egg Iron, and they couldn't explain it. A meteorite?
That looks so fire. Hey!
Meteorites don't have precise geometric grooves. A natural formation? Nature...
Now here's the thing. What the fuck would you be doing if you basically had like these items, though? I don't think there's so much money. There's enough money in the world where basically... Nah, but they would. They would pay for this shit still. They would.
Doesn't make perfect...
But then what more could this basically be good for? This could be made for more. Like, let me know what you think. What would you do with this shit right here?
Cubes. This object was manufactured. Today, the cube is in an Austrian museum, its origin officially unknown. Is it proof of a lost metalworking civilization that vanished without a trace? Or just a cosmic prank on a 19th century miner? Number 5. The tunnel that built itself. Brazilian
Wait, but which key is it though?
miners broke through a rock wall and found a massive tunnel waiting for them. The walls were smooth, with no drill marks or blast damage.
Me personally, that's how I actually prefer it though. If I was like a worker in the mines though, I would rather the mouses just basically mine themselves, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't man-made. Geologists ruled out water erosion. The walls weren't worn smooth. They were scraped smooth, deliberately. Then they saw the marks, long, deep grooves along the walls and ceiling. They were claw marks, massive ones. The culprit? Giant ground sloths. Forget the slow, dopey tree dweller. These prehistoric sloths were the size of elephants, weighing up to 5 tons, with claws the length of your forearm. And they were
How the fuck do they know? Because basically a bunch of motherfuckers just be making up so much bullshit, though. This world is full of lies.
master excavators. Scientists call them paleoburrows. Over 1,500 have been found. Some are wide enough to drive a car through, with claw marks on the ceiling, where the colossal beasts...
Now when it comes to a car ride, it would be so fire as hell if basically you and I was to do like a race and then get into like the 2-seaters of each car and just swerve around this whole place. And hey, if it sets on fire, it sets on fire, but actually it will make the excitement much more greater. And if there's a bitch there and it dies, as long as it basically dies in the funniest way that satisfies us, then yeah, the bitch kinda served its purpose as the slave that it's meant to be.
Scraped their backs just walking. A single sloth could move over 4,000 tons of earth. These tunnels, silent for 10,000 years since the sloths went extinct, were completely unknown until miners stumbled upon them. Why they dug these vast labyrinths remains a mystery. Number 4. The Naka Crystal Cave of...
These shits remind me, okay, this gotta be Africa. This gotta be Africa. Bullshit. If it's outside, it's bullshit. This is so Africa. Or unless it was part of a country that got, or a continent that was split away from Africa and it grew within that and it split away. Shit, my thing fucked up a bit. But yeah, these crystals remind me from like solar leveling, though. These shits are fire.
Death. In 2000, Mexican miners...
That would be so great if lasers could shoot out of that bitch, though. You know what I'm saying? That would be like killer lasers, though. Just fucking up everything, though. That would be so great.
Broke into a real-life fortress of solitude.
And especially for our entertainment, for our joy.
A cave filled with selenite crystals the size of telephone poles. Some are 36 feet long and took 500,000 years to grow. But this wonderland is a death trap. The air is 136 degrees Fahrenheit with nearly 100% humidity. Sweat can't evaporate, so your body can't cool down. Instead, you heat up, your lungs fill with hot vapor, and you literally cook from the inside out. Without a special...
I want to see that. 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 I want to see that shit. What does that look like?
Cooling suit, you'd survive for about...
Matter of fact, get me a backwoods za and then roll it up for me, dipped in the keef. Just smoke it and let's just go ahead and just see a cooking show happen on its own.
10 minutes. Scientists need ice-packed suits
But as long as it happens to just only idiot sandwiches that don't fucking matter.
to enter, and even then, they can only stay for 45 minutes before their bodies fail. Inside these gypsum crystals, scientists found something else: life, microbes trapped in fluid pockets for up to 50,000 years. When extracted, some were still alive. So this cave that tries to cook you alive was also a 50,000-year-old microbial prison. The mine has since been reflooded to preserve the crystals, making this lethal, beautiful cave completely inaccessible. Number 3, the heartbeat in the stone.
Nah, in the world, like somewhere in the US or Russia or China, the technologies, the equipments definitely exist to basically re-access these shits, though. They're bullshitting.
Deep underground, miners heard something that wasn't rock shifting. It was a beat, slow, steady, and rhythmic, like the breathing of something enormous. Sensitive audio equipment confirmed it. A slow, deep pulse, repeating at regular intervals, coming from miles below. Scientists call it a microseismic pulse. The Earth's crust is a cracked shell floating on molten rock. The plates are always grinding under immense pressure. The beat is the sound of tectonic plates flexing, like a continent-sized stress ball being squeezed. Some pulses aren't random. They sync with ocean tides. The sheer weight of shifting water bends the Earth's crust. The ground beneath you is flexing right now. You just can't feel it. But other pulses don't match tide.
We know, like nothing ever truly stays still. Like on this earth, it's always fucking moving. Even if you don't feel it, or whether you do feel it, it's never fucking still.
fault lines, or any known activity. They just pulse, regularly, from depths where nothing should be making a rhythmic sound. Miners were just the first people to get close enough to hear the planet's mysterious heartbeat. Number 2. The radioactive graveyard. In the 1940s,
Now imagine just a bunch of coffins so we could literally just make a show out of it. Like, it's one thing to go ahead and make money off a bunch of funerals though, because it's guaranteed cash. Everyone dies. Now imagine the amount of money when you make a show out of it.
miners in the Congo found rocks that gave off an
I told you.
eerie blue glow. They'd never seen anything like it, so they took the glowing stones home as curiosities. They had no idea they were holding some of the most radioactive material on Earth. The mine was Shinkolobwe. Its uranium ore was uniquely concentrated. Most ore is 0.1% uranium. At Shinkolobwe, some deposits were 65% pure. This uranium was used in the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The glowing rocks from miners' pockets helped end World War II. The miners were never told, never compensated, and never warned. Radiation poisoning is silent. Villagers got sick with.
Now here's the thing. When it comes to like the conditions that he just explained over here, like right here, this is absolutely okay if this shit happened to those that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? In fact, they're used for profit, and I'm sure that now they do happen. I'm sure of it. It's like I don't know for sure, but I know it. The issue I have with it is that we're not getting a laugh out of it, and we're not getting benefits out of it. We are the non-beneficiaries that defend this shit, and that is a fucking problem.
Never compensated, and never warned. Radiation poisoning is silent. Villagers got sick with unexplainable illnesses, cancers with no name in their language, children born with unheard-of conditions. The colonial authorities tracked every ounce of uranium, but kept almost no records of the workers. The mine was flooded and abandoned, but the poison leached into the water and soil. Decades later, researchers found off-the-charts radiation levels, with radioactive rocks still used in local construction. The bomb makers got the glory. The miners who dug the ore got a graveyard. Number 1. The mountain that eats men. Cerro Rico in Bolivia. In Spanish, it means rich mountain. The miners call it something else. The mountain that eats men. It has earned the name. Mined for silver since the 1500s, it has claimed an estimated 8 million lives over 5 centuries. That's
I hate. Fuck! Where are the videos when we need them? Especially me when I need them to watch these shits go down.
That's more than the population of Switzerland.
Like, I just like the idea of motherfuckers just getting fucked up and dying for my entertainment, though. I sound like a broken record saying these shits, but I don't know any other way to say these shits.
Swallowed by a single mountain. Each day, before entering, miners stop at a horned statue they call El Tío, the uncle, or the devil. The belief is that God rules the surface, but El Tío rules underground. To enter his domain, they offer gifts, cigarettes, coca leaves, and alcohol. They light a cigarette for the statue, then head into the dark. The tunnels are ancient and unstable. Collapses are frequent. Some miners walk in and never walk out. The silica dust destroys lungs within years. Mining continues today with methods largely unchanged for centuries. The mountain has been so hollowed out that its peak is physically shrinking. Engineers warn the entire structure could collapse. A mountain that ate 8 million people might one day eat itself. The miners know this, and still, every morning, they stop at El Tío's statue, light his cigarette, and walk into the dark. That's all for today.
Yeah, this was a good video over here. This was a great fucking video.